The pick is in. The Titans select JC Latham with the number 7 overall pick in the 2024 NFL Draft. Welcome to the Titans today. I am your host, Jace Andrews, where we break down the entirety of this pick and talk about if this was the right choice given Joe Alt was off the board. Before that, though, hit that subscribe button because when the Titans make a pick, we make a video. So tomorrow, with pick number 38 in day 2 and round 2, we're going to have a video out for that, breaking down who that is, and I'll tell you later on in this video who I think they should go after and what position would be best fit in that slot after now picking JC Latham. All right, let's start with this one. It's not Joe Alt, but it's probably the second best offensive tackle on the board besides him. Number 5 overall ranking in our Chat Sports big board. He was number 25 overall, 6'5", 342 pounds. This guy is going to be an absolute menace in the size category. His PFF ranks were great at 82 in 2023, 75 in 2022, and 75 in 2021. The thing that I find confusing about this pick and about JC Latham, he played a majority of his snaps in college at right tackle. Now, obviously, Peter Skoronski played at tackle, and they chose to move him to guard. But left tackle is the position that the Tennessee Titans needed to select. And although you have a 6'5" guy who is big and strong and you have him in a perfect slot, will they keep him at right tackle? Will they move him to left tackle? What will they do? I don't know. Now, the original thought behind this, why not Joe Alt? If he's not there, you trade back, right? Well, Joe Alt got picked. So there's that. All right, now do you trade back? They decided not to. And I think that's a very interesting thing to break down because you could have traded back. You could have easily gone back and maybe gotten Latham later. Obviously, from the picks on, they haven't picked an offensive tackle and picks all the way through 10 now. So you could have gone to 11 and maybe gotten the potential of still getting Latham or getting a Talisa there as well. It's an interesting pick, and the fact they didn't trade back is something that I will question for a little bit. With that being said, grade this pick of JC Latham. Because, listen, I know it's something that is probably not what we wanted, not what we expected, as honestly, it's somebody that we talked about very minutely on this show. It was very much a smaller topic. It was something that we did not mention. And so now, is it somebody that you like? Is it somebody that you are positive with? Well, grade it in the comment section down below. A, if you love this pick. B, if you're above average on this pick. C, if you think this pick is average. D, if you're below average. F, if you think this was a stupid pick and that they should have traded back. Here is why they had to take JC Latham, because the two guys that I would have taken over him were taken at number 5 and number 6. We talked about Joe Alt. We said he was the obvious choice if he was there at number 7. He was not there. We talked about Malik Neighbors. Said if Alt's not there at number 7 and Neighbors is, you probably go Malik Neighbors. This was the disastrous scenario that we had brought up countless amounts of times on the show, saying if Joe Alt isn't there, if Malik Neighbors is there, what do you do? I agree with the fact that they went with an offensive tackle. That is the right mindset. I don't think Rome Odunze was worth it, although he did go number 9. I don't think it was worth it to reach on any other player. But I still think it was a little bit of a reach on JC Latham. Even though you got your offensive tackle, you could have traded back and gotten an extra day 2 pick. Right now, you don't have that 3rd round pick. So in theory, you trade back with, say, a Raiders, a Broncos. You get a round 3 pick this year and a round 4 pick next year along with that potentially. Maybe get a little bit of special price because you're trading up with the Broncos. Obviously, the Vikings now with J.J. McCarthy, you probably could have gotten them to maybe move up. It would have made sense, but guess what? That's not what Brian Callahan and Ran Carthon chose to do, which that's fine. I mean, so be it. If this is the guy they wanted to get, that's fine. But the fact that we didn't really talk about JC Latham. We talked that he really never met with the Titans. He never really had interactions with them. It's just a tad concerning because although at the Combine they met with everybody and Latham was a part of that, there just didn't seem to be that want of getting him. They met more with Talisa Fuaga. I thought he was the better choice if you were not going to get Joe Alt. Or Olu Fashanu. He's there. You get JC Latham. And although I'm not too upset because it's an offensive tackle, I'm still in just a little bit questionable about it. But guess what? It's a tackle, and he's going to be good. We'll have to just wait and see how good, though, in the upcoming year and see if this offensive line gets a big boost from him. Hopefully we can go to a couple games, and you can do it as well by going to GameTime, and you can get $20 off your first purchase by using code CHATSPORTS. Listen, GameTime is the one-stop shop for all your ticketing needs. It's not just sports. They've got music, comedy, and theater events in your area. The Titans are soon to come, but right now the Predators are in action in the NHL playoffs, taking on the Canucks. You can see Game 3 coming up, and I promise you, you don't want to miss it. Tickets relatively cheap right now, right around the $100 mark for a playoff game. That's honestly not bad. Plus, once again, you can get $20 off your first purchase by using code CHATSPORTS in the redeem code section. So, bang, right there, you're getting last-minute deals. Plus, it's the best place to get any sort of last-minute tickets. If you're not a planner, you're not somebody who likes to make plans and events, you just want to go and do, GameTime is what you want because they have ticket deals up until the start of the event and even an hour after it starts. It's the best place to find last-minute seats. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to take the guesswork out of buying tickets with GameTime by downloading the GameTime app, create an account, and use code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code CHATSPORTS for $20 off. Download GameTime today. Last-minute tickets at the lowest price guarantee. Here's what the Athletics' Dane Brugler had to say about JC Latham and what his grade was. Quote, Latham needs to clean up his inconsistent yet fixable habits, but he offers elite play, strength, and functionality football movements to stay square and overmatch his opponents. He had a first-round grade on him, but a number 13 overall. So you're reaching a little bit here for an offensive tackle. Our scouting report that we have here at Chat Sports kind of talking about what this guy brings to the table for the Tennessee Titans. He's a plug-and-play guy at right tackle, and teams have thought about moving him to guard, which again is why I am kind of confused about this, because do they choose to play him at right tackle? Do they choose to move him to left tackle? He can also play guard. Is that going to be in the options? I honestly couldn't tell you at this point. If I had to guess, I would say they just plug him at right tackle and they move some people around to potentially make it to where you can maybe make that the slot he fits in. Now, his impressive power, like Dane Brugler mentioned, is very good. His length, his hand size, it's going to allow him to overmatch his opponents, and even in the NFL, he should be good. The thing that I have concerns with, he's slow and he's too aggressive. And so, with that, when you're facing a top-tier edge rusher, like, no, these guys are top tier, but an Aiden Hutchinson, a Micah Parsons, it's going to be tough for him to get full leverage because those guys are quick and they will get around him very quickly. And if he doesn't react to it right away, we're going to be in the same situation we were this past season where Will Levis was under pressure basically immediately. I don't want that, and I think Latham has the ability to fix that. It's just something he is going to have to work on. Luckily, you have a new offensive line coach in Bill Callahan, obviously the father of Brian Callahan, and he has a knack for producing very great offensive lines. So if Latham is in a place to succeed, it's in Tennessee. Okay, obviously this was the first pick. They've still got a lot to go. 7 picks total. They're down with 1, so now 6 to go. Who should they draft next? Next pick is number 38 overall in round 2 tomorrow. Obviously, a trade back into the first round is still an option, although less likely in my opinion at this current moment. Who should they draft with that next pick? I want you to get down in the comment section. I'll let you know who my thought is in just a moment. All right, let's kind of first tell you about what their needs are, because their needs are pretty obvious. Offensive tackle, edge, defensive tackle, and linebacker are the big ones. I personally think wide receiver is also a big need. I think if Troy Franklin is there at pick 38, you take him. You take him. I know that is maybe a little bit of a hot take just because edge and the defensive line are somewhat questionable. Troy Franklin is a top-tier wide receiver, and I still think that is very much a big need for the Titans. And I think if you get him, you're set. You're good. Burks at the 4, Franklin at the 3, then Ridley and Hopkins at the 2 and 1, whichever way that kind of ends up. I could kind of see it going both ways. Maybe one of them becomes a wide receiver 1 fully. Maybe the other one comes to wide receiver 2. I couldn't really tell you. But obviously this offseason got Calvin Ridley and a bunch of stuff, so they're looking pretty solid. And Brian Callahan, it's a new era. You got Will Levis. You have obviously a bunch of amazing things, and it's going to be something that we look at here and decide what happens with the Tennessee Titans throughout the next couple draft picks, because I don't mind this draft pick if you nail the rest of your picks. You got to nail the rest of your picks, though, and Brian Callahan, not a bad first pick. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Obviously, Joe Alt, Malik Neighbors at the board. I would have preferred to trade back, but I'm not 100% upset, although it may look like that a little bit. But hey, that's the way the cookie crumbles, and we'll just have to wait and see. Once again, we're going to have videos all throughout this draft weekend, so hit that subscribe button because we will keep you updated on all the draft picks. YouTube.com/Titans Today. We appreciate you watching. JC Latham is your new Tennessee Titan. Tighten up in the comments, and we will see you for pick number 38 later today.